Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down how you can absolutely conquer the world of remote internships and turn all that screen time into a serious career launchpad.
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? Especially now. How do you take that laptop on your desk and transform it into a genuine career-boosting machine? Well, let's dive right in and unpack that.
All right, so to really get a handle on this, we've broken it down into 5 key stages. First, we're going to get our mindset right about this whole internscape. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of landing that first role and, of course, acing the virtual interview. After that, it's all about how to succeed from day one. And finally, we'll wrap up with how to market that experience to get your next awesome job.
First up, let's just totally reframe how we think about remote work. This is way more than just a temporary setup or a backup plan. It's a whole new professional landscape, and it has its own rules and, more importantly, its own opportunities.
This is so true. A remote internship is not a consolation prize. It's a huge statement. It tells employers, hey, I'm a self-starter. You can trust me to get things done without someone looking over my shoulder. You're literally proving you can deliver results, no hand-holding required.
And just take a look at this list. I mean, come on. These aren't just buzzwords on a slide. These are the exact skills companies are desperate for right now. Mastering online communication, proving your self-discipline, even getting international work experience without leaving your house. That's what makes you a total powerhouse in today's job market.
Okay, so you're sold on the why. But what about the how? How do you actually get started? Section 2 is all about cracking that classic need experience to get experience puzzle. Don't worry, we've got the playbook right here.
Okay, this quote right here, this is everything. The game has changed. It's not about having experience in that old school sense. It's about gathering evidence that you have the skills. So let's flip the script. Stop stressing about what you haven't done and start showcasing what you can do.
This comparison, well, it lays it all out crystal clear. On the left, the traditional path is so passive. You're kind of just sitting back, waiting, sending out 100 generic resumes and crossing your fingers. But the smart path, that's all about action. You're out there building things, creating actual proof, and taking control of your own story.
So here it is. This is the 7-step playbook. It starts with your mindset, then gets you to focus on one skill, build a project around it, and then show it off. By doing things like a micro-internship or a simulation, you're actually building that evidence we were just talking about. This whole process lets you sidestep that no-experience roadblock and just show people what you're made of.
All right, all that hard work paid off and you landed the interview. That is awesome. Now we got to make sure you absolutely crush this on-screen audition.
First things first, before you even think about your answers, your tech setup has to be flawless. Seriously, test your internet, plug your computer in, test the video app the day before and the day of. The last thing you want is a choppy Wi-Fi connection to derail all that hard work.
Okay, next up, your presence on camera. This is huge. A simple background, good lighting, and here's the absolute pro tip. Look at the little camera dot, not at the person on your screen. I know it feels weird, but to them, it looks like you're making perfect eye contact. It's a total game changer. And yes, for the love of all that is good, wear professional pants. You just never know. And really, that's what it all boils down to. That interview isn't just about what you say. It's basically a live demo of your remote work chops. A smooth, professional video call is your very first chance to prove you know what you're doing in a virtual world.
You did it. You got the internship. Congratulations. But, now the real work starts. Let's break down how you can be a superstar from the moment you log in on day one.
So, a good way to think about your internship is in 3 main phases. There's the prep work, or onboarding, then the first few days, your orientation, and finally, the ongoing work. And the secret sauce to really standing out, it's being super proactive at every single one of these stages. Getting all this stuff sorted out before you even start? That is a total power move. It just screams, I'm serious, I'm organized, and I'm ready to hit the ground running. It clears away all the little questions so you can focus on making a big impact right away. Okay, so picture this. You get your first big assignment. Your first instinct is probably to just say, okay, what do you want? And then dive right in. But wait, to really knock it out of the park, you've got to dig a little deeper.
This checklist right here, this is your secret weapon. Asking these kinds of questions shows you're thinking about the bigger picture. It saves you and your boss a ton of time, prevents mistakes, and leads to way better work. This, my friends, is what they call managing up. You're making it easy for them to help you succeed.
All right, you've put in the work, you've made a real impact. Now for the final piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about how to spin all this gold into your next big opportunity.
So when it comes to your resume, don't just bury your remote internship under experience and call it a day. You gotta be strategic about it. You can weave it into your summary, list the location as remote, put it in your skills section. Each spot highlights a different strength, from your adaptability to your tech skills.
All right, let's look at a quick before and after. Here's the before. Assisted with marketing tasks. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but it's so passive. It has zero punch. It doesn't tell me anything about what you actually achieved.
Okay, now for the after. See the difference? It's night and day. It starts with a strong action verb, managed, and then it quantifies the impact with real numbers, increased engagement by 15%. Suddenly, it's not just something you did, it's a real, measurable achievement.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's simple. Own your remote experience. You have to frame it as a massive strength. You weren't just an intern. You were an independent, adaptable, self-motivated professional who knows how to deliver.
And that, everyone, brings us to the end of our playbook. So as you're polishing up that resume, really think about the question you see here. What story are you going to tell? Because it's not just a job, right? It's a powerful story about your resilience, your drive, and your ability to crush it in the modern world of work.